began for us actually with a good friend of ours who was visiting us from BC. We were living in Saskatchewan at the time. And we talked a lot about art, our strengths, our art and leadership. We all have probably too much education. And we drew napkin diagrams, right? That's how all great ideas start. And drew a Venn diagram with our strengths and kind of what it would look like. So that was the idea stage of it. And then we were looking for a home for it, because until you find the place where you're going to do this, it could take on any sort of form. So we had thought we were going to go to Thunder Bay at some point. We were going to head back to the West Coast at another point, and ended up finding Forget, this place right here. So, and that's quite a journey in and of itself. But when we found the rectory here, the former rectory, the Our Lady of La Salette Catholic Parish, it seemed to be the perfect place to start this. And what naturally flowed out of that, it's a large building, and so to knock out a few walls and put in a stage seemed to be able to get our immediate neighbors at first, and then a broader audience to music was the first thing that we started, and it's still our passion and seems to be the thing that is the great vehicle for both of those other the other strengths that we have.
I was born in Saskatoon, moved to Ottawa when I was 21, and then was there for 7 years, and then moved to Toronto, and I've been there since. And I work full-time in music, have been for the last 6 years, going on 7 years. And music has taken me all over the world. I've played for peacekeepers in Bosnia and Dubai, in Ireland, across the States, and across Canada.
Well, I've been a traveling musician for a long, long time now, since the 1970s. And about 3 years ago, I ended up playing in town here at the Ananda Coffee House. And I had a 2-day gig here, so I had a day off in between. And I was walking around, and we were sort of looking to relocate from Vancouver Island at the time, and didn't really have a serious plan anywhere. But we were very happy with the feeling here in Forget. And next thing you knew, we found a very affordable house. And one thing led to another, and a couple of years have gone by, but since then I've gotten married and settled down here, and I have a music store with my wife, Heather.
I was invited to perform at the CBC Open House in Regina, and so I thought I'd try and line up some shows around it. So my friend Catherine Wheatley recommended checking out the spot here in Forget. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's like, I didn't know how big it was, but I didn't expect it to be very big. And yeah, you drive in and there's some buildings with trees growing inside them. But I come in and I'm just welcomed in this beautiful old building, and welcomed by Shannon and Dawn and Shannon's folks, and it's incredible. It's a little jewel in the middle of the prairie, you know.
My folks moved in with us as well from the West Coast, so it took 4 healthy adults to kind of embrace that large building and start doing some work on it. So every surface of that place has been touched many times by us. But it was really important to us that this community that holds that building so near and dear to their hearts be a part of this process too. So our doors were always open. And we had the first concert there when the paint was still drying on the walls. So that folks could come in and see what we were doing. And a lot of them commented on, we never got beyond this room when the priests were living here. So it's really great to be living there with the importance and the history. So it's great to be a part of that.
Well, I came here to play music. Being a professional musician, a touring musician, I have a Juno Award, and I've been around touring the circuit since the 1970s. And I've traveled most of Canada before, but I'd never played Forget. And there was a wonderful gig here. I'd heard about it through several of my musician friends. And that's what led me here, the chance to play here. It's wonderful. People have a chance not only to come and watch other people play, but to get up on stage and play themselves.
One of the performers had commented that, wow, you really have done a miracle here and really brought life to this little village. And it is a small village for sure, but the people that remained here are the most interesting people. They would be fine without us, but we get to be a part of their lives. And as they have shaped this community up to now, I'm hoping that, you know, together with them, we're shaping it into something that will last for a long time too.
It's pretty gutsy to start something up like this, but it's kind of like the field of dreams. If you build it, they'll come, and they've expanded, and it's incredible and beautiful, and they're really warm and kind. And
so Ananda Arthouse is not just a specific location, it's something bigger, it's something more than that as well. It's all the people who have been supportive all these years and know that we could move concerts somewhere and it's still the Ananda Arthouse that puts it on. And in fact, Ananda, the word Ananda, is an old Celtic term that's one of those dead words that means that joy without which the whole universe would fall apart. So it's this big joy.